What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Lifestyle Podcast. I am your host, Sonic.
And I'm your co-host, Snuff.
So, what's on the agenda today?
All right. I've been noticing a lot of bullshit floating around. And recently went to this little bullshit meet, 7-Eleven type deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm noticing a lot of stock cars, but some people have knowledge, some people don't.
Okay.
And, you got to respect people with knowledge and can tell you what things are in certain areas of a car. All right, let's just start there. Between the difference between an air intake manifold and a plenum and so on and so forth.
Right.
I want to know what differentiates the car people from the actual people who claim to be car people who are just doing it for the fun or the clout or the likes on Instagram.
The ones that have OnlyFans and the ones that don't?
No.
Okay.
Hey, stop it. No. We're not going down that road.
Okay, I'll play devil's advocate a bit over here with that one. Because there is a good few that don't know a lot of stuff about motors or the transmissions or what model transmission they have or blah, blah, blah. But they are genuinely car people because they are modding. They can keep up a good conversation. It's not like they start after a while like looking at you like, what the fuck are you talking about? They can keep up a decent conversation. And then you have the other level of car guys that know motor specs,
Compression
timing
levels.
chain, compression ratios.
How much horsepower you get out of each cylinder.
Exactly. And then you have the other side of the spectrum that's just like, oh, that's pretty.
Yeah. That's powder-coated red. I like it.
You know what's powder coat?
Exactly.
Exactly.
And I'm running into those more and more. Plastic dip wheel guys. Yep,
Burnt.
talking to yous.
Hate them all. Not the people. Some people, let me rephrase that. The people are cool. It's just the technique of plastic dip is burn the car.
Fonzie's coming to put you in a headlock.
God, I hate that. It's I do have to, if they do it correctly, I can live with it. I've said this a million times.
The guy down south.
If you go dipmycar.com and you see a few videos and you paint it correctly and you do what they do, I give you credit. Because at the end of the day, that's talent, to lay down correctly. Or if not, it just looks like 100% dog shit. But it's one of those things that, again, it comes down to the same thing. Done right, I can live with it. Am I a fan of it personally? No, I am not. But, it is what it is.
My question is, where do you differentiate calling somebody an actual car person or somebody who's just in the scene because it's the thing?
Oof. I mean...
That's what it comes down to. That's what I want to know today.
That's a toughie. It is a toughie.
Now, a lot of people are listening to in their cars, driving, along the highway.
Which we do have to recap a little bit on the last.
Oh, speaking of non-car people, go ahead.
Because we did have a lot of people. They DM'd me, they sent me text messages, and we had a voicemail drop as well. About, in case for those that have not listened to last week's episode, we were talking a little bit on how sometimes you go to a car show and you see these stock cars and they have all the hype in the world and they're really stock, like they have nothing, and some of them even win compared to the same cars in their classes that are like fully modded or bagged, wide body and all this and that, and they end up losing, and everybody's like scratching their heads always. So if you didn't listen to last week's episode, I invite you to go listen. But we did have one of the voicemails. Let me load the app up real quick and
Pull it up.
it was actually really funny.
While you pull that up, I know you guys are listening to it like while you're holding a wrench or some shit, or you're sitting at your desk and you're just playing this in the background so you can listen to a few laughs.
There we go. I'm going to play it now. There's one of our listeners.
Hey guys, so I'm pretty sure you can tell who it is, right? Just in case my name doesn't come up because my fucking phone is glitched out. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But anyways, I was listening to your podcast, and I think, the ending of the video, whatever? Video, podcast, whatever. How Sonic said that one car that's completely stock goes to the show, wins a trophy. I know Sonic can probably get where I'm going with this, but at one time we went to a show, I came out with nothing, and this guy I know that has the same exact car as me got a trophy, and all he had was no front plate. Yeah, good times, right?
And the person who
Oh my god! For the cough, I suggest Halls. Love
yeah,
the girl.
or COVID, like, I don't know. But that story comes from two Passats, right?
Yeah.
And the
But
one guy.
that's a good example, right
No,
there.
no, hold on. Let's give them a little bit of backstory. The one guy paid registration and the other guy didn't. And the guy who paid registration won. He's going to kill me. He's going to kill me.
But that is a good example though. End of the day.
One was more heavily modded than the other.
Oh no, 100%. It was night to day difference. And we were there at that show, so we know.
Pay your registration, bozo.
But the text messages that I got as well were like, they're actually reminding me of like English town stories that I completely forgot about, of cars that clearly lost. I'm talking about these cars had like no door panels type shit, and the same exact car that they were reversing that was modded, lost.
I think that comes down to the judges, to be honest.
If you fall into that famous, the whole favoritism thing, and you fall into that dark rabbit hole of the
I know
car
the
show
judge's
world.
name. I work with him.
Yeah, it's one of those things, and we saw that too. It is what it is. We did see that, a couple of times. Luckily, not a lot, but enough to leave an impression.
I buy my carts from his business,
To like never go back to that show again type deal.
his used car dealership.
But it was just funny because that triggered a lot of people.
But
A
now,
lot of old schoolers.
that guy with
like
the
I
stock
said,
car, do you consider him a car guy or not? At what point is that line crossed where you're like, nah, this is definitely a car guy. He knows his shit. Versus,
it doesn't even come down to the mods. Because
What?
if you can keep... It doesn't, actually. It doesn't. I'll tell you why.
Elaborate.
Because you're looking at me like
you're crazy.
going crazy.
I'm looking you in the
I
eyes to
know,
make
I
sure
know
you're
you
not high.
Listen, I'm just sleepy. Like I said, you can have a stock car. But if you can keep up a conversation with me on, motor mods, wide body, suspension, air ride, what lines to use, what speaker gauge to run on your car for an upgrade.
What compression your springs are.
If you can legitimately sit there and keep up a conversation like that, there's no doubt in my mind you're a car guy. Whether you have the funds or not to have your car show for like the knowledge you have, because that's what happens too sometimes. Sometimes you look at the car and be like, esto es un pendejo. But then you talk to the guy, you're like, okay, this guy knows his shit.
Yeah,
Okay,
but does that
he's cool
necessarily...
peoples.
Hold on. Because you can name a few cars and a few parts, does that make them a car guy? Are they there wrenching on their own car? That's the other question.
Well, it depends on the person.
If they blow their thermostat, can they swap it out? Yes, they're a car guy.
Yeah, but you also, yeah, I can't even argue that because I have known, better said, car people that, and I throw car
Quotations.
people, I throw them really big in the air.
He's making the hand bunny ears.
That are, quote unquote, car people, but like, they don't know their socket to like change their own wheel.
Majority of the time, it's a 19.
And that's happened. Are they any less a car person? No, not really. Not per se anyway. Because anybody can forget, what their lug size is. Or it's one of those things that they don't bother,
No, but that's something you remember. Like, once it's in your head,
Even that's like a bad example, I guess, to use.
all their engine bay bolts are 10 mils or 8 mils.
Like, if you don't know that a 10 mil is like universally standard,
No, fuck you, because GM has that bullshit where like 6.5 or 4.5.
old school GM, yes. Not the new stuff.
Yeah, no. Old school,
You're
my
just-
old school
you're thinking
caddy
about my
guys.
85 now.
You guys know. You guys know.
But I know, it's like I said, it's a hard to draw the line on the sand to see where the person falls on. That's why personally I have grown, better said, to think about it like this. If you can keep up the conversation with me, I think you're a car guy.
You could be
Now,
fooled.
if I tell you a simplest thing like, LED glow, they make really good products. It is what it is. That's it. And you're staring at me like, what's an LED glow? I'm walking away.
Or you live under a rock.
It's one of those things. But that again comes into like the basics.
No.
I guess you can learn from.
Pause.
What?
LED glow.
Yes. What about them?
All right, so it doesn't apply to everybody. So there are some people who probably don't know about it. Like, look at the Jeepers. We got that one dude in Texas. You think he'd ever put LED glow on his car?
Probably.
Oh, well, he's cool anyway. Give him a shout out.
I gotta give a shout out to one of our members over there in Texas. What's going on, buddy?
So, you would never. There's certain class of people,
Yeah,
like
no,
the mutters, the lifted.
Like I said, it's so hard to really draw the line in the sand because you can talk to like a truck guy, like their shit is diesel being lifted, the crazy poke on the wheels.
ERG deletes.
Yeah, we have a common knowledge base.
Yeah, a
that
similar
we can
fascination.
keep up a good conversation with. But these diesel guys will really start coming up with shit that make you scratch your head, and it's happened to me talking to truck people.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not even gonna remember half the shit that they even talk about. It's just one of those things. But again, can I sit there and be like, oh, lift kits, wheels, suspension, brakes, hydraulic lines, blah blah blah, EGR delete? Yeah, I can. I definitely can. But then they start getting into like crazy hardcore diesel talk.
Trump supporters.
Wow, you went there. This motherfucker went
My
politics on me
guys.
today.
No, I'm kidding. I don't have a political standpoint.
But it's one of those things that make you okay. What? A perfect example. We can probably keep up a good, decent conversation if we were to talk to lowrider guys.
Oh, they touch every part of their car.
But then again, I'm pretty sure they're going to have either terminology, slang, whatever it is, or just stuff that they do in their own community, in their own group thing of lowriders that we don't even know shit about.
Dude, hydraulics are fucking difficult to understand if you don't know what you're looking at.
Yeah, 100%. So again, they know more, they know less. Do you consider them a car guy or not? That's why it's, like I said, it's hard to draw a line in the sand personally. Now, that's not saying that's everyone. There are the ones that you're just like, bro, what?
All right. So, put it in perspective. The Lolo guys, right?
Uh-huh.
When you see that they got that total flaked out car with the pinstriping and the fucking 6 different colors and the little brushed aluminum circles, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, 100%.
You know those are car guys because they spent over 10 grand on that fucking paint job because they care about their car. That's a car guy in my book.
Oh, no, 100%. 100%. But let's say, for example, they don't show up with their car and you're just meeting them.
You're not going to know, but until you start talking to them.
Exactly. Now, if they can keep up a conversation, I'm fine. They're a car person.
So you
I'm
think
good.
it's just established verbally?
Exactly. It's a thing that's not done visually because half the time, I'm pretty sure these lowriders don't go to Walmart to go get groceries.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
What? You're right.
So it's kind of hard to be like, yeah, he's a car guy. No, he's not. Him? No, he needs to go to the gym. Like, you can't. It doesn't work. It doesn't work that way.
All right, so you walk into your meet, right? You got it going on at...
Yeah, hold on. You know what? I'm going to give you a good one.
Go.
Something that we've argued, not that we argued about, but we've talked about it.
Go ahead.
When you go to your local AutoZone,
Bang.
is La Vieja in the back a car guy or a car girl?
Oh, you want a battery? Is your car automatic or stick? Bitch.
Thank you. Begin with, AutoZone, guys, hire people that actually know car stuff, not the one that looks like she could be my grandmother. Will tell you that the blinker fluid is in aisle 3.
Interview process. What do you drive? Kia Soul. Nope.
Hired.
Sorry, guys. What do you drive? Camino. Come on. You're hired. You're a manager.
You know what I mean? Tell me that hasn't happened.
No, you're right.
Even in our own local Walmart, local AutoZone.
You do shop at Walmart for car parts.
Of course, bro. The bulbs are cheaper there. Fuck that. AutoZone's like $3 more.
Beats the shit out of Rayco.
Oh.
That's a nerve. I know that's a nerve.
Fuck them guys, bro.
No, not fuck them guys. Those guys are all right.
But anyway. But again, that's happened. Now you're staring at this lady like, you have the computer. You punch in the info I tell you, and you're still looking at me, confused. How? That to me is 100% not a car person.
Okay. All right, so now here's my other question.
Go for it.
What if the person owns like 30 cars and they're all exotics, but he knows nothing about like how the internals work on the car? So, put it in perspective.
Okay.
Went to Junior's shop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Met this man named Tyson.
Okay.
Nice dressed, clean cut. Lamborghini Urus sitting in front. He gets out. I'm like, oh shit, that's nice. I was like, so, what do you do for a living? He rents cars, exotics mostly.
Okay.
But the business owns all the cars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, So like, what is that? Like a 12-cylinder or like V12, right? Turbo. He's looking at me. He goes, I just drive them. I'm like, nah. He goes, no, I know my shit about cars, but I really don't look into it that much. If I care about the car, I'll know about it. I'm like, oh, he's a car guy.
And there's nothing wrong with that because there's cars that I'll even look at and I'll just be like, I wonder what more it does have, whether it's an 8 or a 12. That's happened. I'm pretty sure everybody that even listens to this has even come up with, it's one of those things. Look at a car, be like, I wonder.
We do that with Camaros all day long, V6 or V8.
Well, you can tell that shit off because, or at least by us, they all cut the mufflers off, so you can tell by sound.
That's a car guy thing.
But that also is a car guy thing when you can spot them by sound when they're rolling from the block.
Dude, I'm telling you, from my backyard, I can hear a B20 ripping through Tunnelly.
I believe it.
Oh man.
I believe it. There's two Camaros that are run by my block, a V6 and a V8.
And you know the difference.
Oh, 100%. The V6, some like it, some don't.
He's
I
rolling his
personally
eyes right
don't.
now.
They cut the mufflers off. It is what it is. It just sounds goddamn terrible.
It doesn't sound bad.
Yeah.
You're gonna offend the V6 owners, and they will come for you.
I mean, no, shut up, because hardly anybody cuts their mufflers off with a Camaro. There's only that certain selected few. Everybody else knows at least a Flowmaster, even if it's a V6 and they sound awesome.
Cherry bombs, cherry bombs, cherry bombs, cherry bombs.
All day. I love
Bang.
cherry bombs. But anyway, it's one of those things that, yeah, I guess, it's so hard to draw the line. It really is, isn't it?
Well, that's why we're here talking about it.
Like, the more I think about it, the harder it gets, because now that I'm, like, recapping memories of, like, everyone I've met, yeah, I could be like, okay, this person was a car person. This person was learning, knew a little bit, but wanted to learn more, because you find those too.
Yeah.
Then you get the other ones that are just like, they really don't know nothing. They just copy what they hear. Like, if you say carbon fiber, the guy's like, yeah, carbon fiber.
That shit
3-piece?
kills me.
Yeah, 4-piece. What?
Chicken nuggets.
You know what I mean? And I've even come across those. I used to have, this guy disappeared, so it's like, I doubt he even listens. He used to be a member eons ago.
Okay. I can hear the jets over the head.
What happened?
I can hear jets overhead.
Yeah, I think that's like the heat kicking in.
No, that's not the heat. Those are jets.
Oh, is it going to land on us?
No.
No.
We got to get something off this fucking top floor suite.
But
we have to get out of here.
Whatchamacall. So, yeah, he had a high-end car. Didn't understand shit. But was about the hype. Rolling with a team, going to shows, meeting the models, blah, blah, blah. The pretty outside cosmetic shit
Oh,
that
I know who
everybody
you're talking
goes, oh my God,
about.
that's the dopest life. I want to live that. Nigga, no, you don't. Shut up.
Did he have a GTR?
No.
Because now this kid actually knows
This
his
is
shit.
before
now.
GTRs and before. This was a high-end car. I'm not gonna bother with the name of the high. But when I tell you, it was an easy 6-figure car. Like, the kid had money.
Okay.
Stupid money. He put TVs in his headlight.
Wow.
That money. This was back then.
Oh, that was money then.
Money back then. Yeah, you gotta remember. This was like when like fucking Shaq came out with like the spinner wheels type shit.
I love that.
So, that era, to give you a good idea. And the kid, you would be like, hey, so, what do you want to do with your car? That's the number one question you ask everybody. So, what do you want to do?
What's next for this?
What's next? What are you going to do next? Or what are you going to do new? And you get the, tense wheels. I'm going to lower it a little bit and see what happens.
It doesn't stop there.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Then you get the other ones like, have a plan. No, I want to try and find that kit. It's, it's imported from this place, and I want to try and find these wheels that I've been looking for forever. Suspension over here, maybe some lights over there. They're rare. Okay. Whoa, this guy did homework. Cool. Fun to talk to.
Okay.
Then you get the other ones. They're just like, look around, and they're just like, I have like $5,000. I'm just gonna go bring it to a shop. What? Oh no, I don't. Whatever's cool. What? I'm sorry. What?
Huh?
Why? It falls back to the other. Like, why are you here?
Yeah,
It does. It does. So you see the difference.
It's not like they're using garden barter to make a fucking lip or anything.
I swear to God with you. But anyway, no, it's
That was
not.
an insider.
It's not. But I can hear the giggles now from like everybody. Just listen to that one. I can hear the giggles. Like I said, it's hard to draw the line because, like I said, you get such a sporadic from one end of the spectrum to like the middle and the opposite side completely of the spectrum. Honestly, it blows my mind, even to this day, with so many people I've met, so many people I've bumped into, and shook hands with, hung out with, car shows, meets, events, parades, booths, you name it. You have seen such a spectrum that now that I'm sitting here and talking with you about it, I can easily tell you I've met easily 100 to 200 people that don't know their ass from their elbow,
But are still there.
and they're still there, and it's just one of those things. Some of them are even still in the game. They just now have learned a little bit, so they can keep up a conversation.
Was that a gesture cough?
What happened? What?
Was that a gesture cough like the other kid was making?
No, I was already coughing.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll go get tested after this.
But it's one of those things. You're so stupid. But anyway, it's one of those things that now I can sit here and tell you easily 200 people, easily, I've met.
All right, so now here's my question. What's that one question you ask them that'll either stump them or put them like, all right, you know what the fuck you're talking about. That's cool.
It used to be, so you want to slam it or bag it? Sounds simple enough, right?
That's the same shit. You're going to air out on the ground.
Only a few have been like, is that your question, motherfucker? Have literally told me that back. I was like, you're my guy. And other ones have been like, yeah,
Well, you could.
I want to lower it. I'm like, bag it? Yeah, or lower it. Yeah.
Well, when you say slam it, that could refer to coilovers and just like
Yeah.
laying
it's
frame and
but
dragging.
That used to be the question I used to ask. To stump them.
Why
That's
do I-
how you know.
Why do I
off
feel
the
like you
bat.
asked me that question? Why do I feel like you asked me that question the
I
first
did.
day I met you?
I did.
And what was my answer?
Oh, I'm a coils.
Yeah, see? Good
I was
answer.
like, okay. He's not retarded.
Jesus, thank God I had some sense.
You learn as you go.
I always like to
Yeah,
ask
it's one of those
people,
things.
what is the motor you have in your car?
See, not a lot of people will know that, though.
I call bullshit.
I said, not a lot of people. I didn't say everyone.
They should, though. Everybody should know.
To a certain degree.
They don't have to know like the actual name of it, but they should know whether it's a V8, V6, four-cylinder.
Well, that's basic knowledge.
Single
That if
jingle.
you don't know that, bro, what the fuck?
Well, that's a good start.
So you should at least know if you're a four-banger, a 6 or an 8.
All right, so I ask you what motor is in...
What?
Let's go with the Beamer.
Okay. It's an inline 6.
Okay.
It's an M52.
Bang.
But you know how long it took me to remember it was an M52? Because there's like 7 revisions to my damn motor from like 92 to 90. Like BMW, what the flying fuck, man? Like shit. If you get the blue chip and the red chip and you can't get them crossed because what the fuck, and your car will go boom and type. I'm like, what the fuck?
Doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Or you ask the Nissan and Infiniti guys, what's the difference between D and HR? And they look at
I
you.
ask you that all the time because to this day, I'm like, I look at that shit, I'm like, they look the same shit to me.
More air intakes.
There you go. That's the only thing I have to try and remember.
And then
but then
difference
again, same deal.
Open
right
deck,
now.
closed deck.
I don't know my Nissan motors, aside from like, God's gift to like humanity of the R34, the RBD 22 turbo times 10. You get me?
Your SR20s and,
And the SR20s and the SR20, the ETT.
VH45.
All the famous ones.
Okay.
Aside from that, you sit there and you pop your motor, you tell me, what's my motor? I'm like, I don't see the gerbils. And I think I'm a car guy at least, you know what I mean? Like, I think I'm a decent car guy.
All right,
I could
so
be wrong.
I get this other question. So, like, did you build it or you bought it? Ready for this? Some guy hit me up from PA and was like, see, my Z is built, not bought. Because he saw he saw my picture on the AceWorks install for my airbags.
So what he thinks? Ace did like your whole car too?
Yeah, I had to think. He thought he was being cute. I was like, all right. So
Shout out to Ace, by the way.
yeah, AceWorks, you guys rock. He thought it was cute to reach out to me and try to like throw a little side jab.
I mean, those are the ignorance.
So I started drilling him.
Those are the straight ignorance.
I said, all right, so what have you done to your car? Aaron taking exhaust. All right, you got it tuned yet? I don't think I really need to tune it. Okay, well, that mistake one.
I mean, they'll learn the hard way.
And then he was like, well, my boss has a 350Z too, and he's fully built. All right, what brand cams did he use? What kind of pistons and heads did he use? What kind of... And I started going down a list. Oil pans, fucking... Yo, I went off on this kid. And he was like, well, I know he has a plenum spacer.
Time out. Did it trigger you more than the Barbie?
Ooh, see, no, you personally attacked
Because I actually had people messaging me. He goes, yo, Snuff needs a hug.
I was angry. It was a bad day. So I started asking this kid a bunch of different questions. Oh, he's turboed. Well, what's his compression rates? Like, I want to know, like, 8-to-1 or, like, what's the deal there? How much horsepower does he have?
He was like, what, 2 + 2?
Ready for this? This kid told me that his boss's turboed Z is well over 300 horse. No shit, you jerk off. No shit.
I can tell just by the tone of saying jerk off how annoyed that fucker got you.
Oh, man, I was hot. And then I decided to be nice and start reaching out. He kept on reaching out to me, asking me questions about timing and such. I'm like, dude.
But those, I've never been a fan of those ignorants. Because those are the same ones that will be at a show and they'll look at, literally, I've had this happen, I think twice, if I remember correctly, with Blue. Out of all fucking cars, Blue. And I'll get to this now. I'll be there at the show, whatever. Hey, man, cool truck. Cool. So, like, can I ask for this at the dealer?
Yes, go ahead and ask.
Yeah. Literally, I literally tell them, all the time. I never say no. Because I wish I could be that fly in the wall. When they walk into a Chevy dealer, yeah, can I get the Trailblazer, like the Sonic edition? And they just look at you, like, what?
Get out. Get out.
Go to Honda. Go across the street. But you know what I mean? And they've said it seriously. Like, you can tell when someone's being a smart ass, and you can't joke and go with it.
Yeah.
But none of these motherfuckers have been dead ass. They're like, straight arrows. Can I take a picture of this? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Feel free. Let me get out of the way.
Knock your dick in the dirt.
Takes a picture, and then he goes, no, I want to show my dealer because they don't know the trim, and I want this trim.
You should have sold it to them.
So, yeah, get the fuck out.
$100,000 trim. You want it? I'll sell it to you. 120.
Sell my mother. No,
Mommy, no. That's the lady who makes the good churrascos.
The good churrasco and the cafecito, no. But yeah, no, dead ass, you're really thinking, like, this guy's joking, bro.
How much do you want for your mom?
And to a certain degree, you're like, all right, thank you for the compliment. Thank you. Thank you that you think it's a dealer thing.
Well, that comes back to how cleanly you executed that.
Well, you try your best anyway. But still, to a certain degree, you're like, there's a bit of compliment, but also there's a bit of
insult.
What the fuck, man? I didn't buy this shit.
I worked hard for this.
Chunk you like a Simpson. But like I said, it's one of those things that I've seen the spectrums. And I can write a book on just how many people with different things.
So I think that motor question. Here's the other one that's fucking blowing me away lately. So I got that, and then later on down the line, a couple weeks later, somebody asked me, so is that stick or auto? I said, actually, it's Triptronic, so I mean, it's whatever I want it to be, whenever I want it to be.
Then you're like, oh, it's not real.
Yeah. And the guy looked at me and goes, like, so are you a real car guy? Boom, episode idea in my head. And I looked at him and said, nah. She paid for this, and I pointed at Katie.
See, that's another thing that irks me.
I'm not going to answer it. I'm not going to dignify it.
It shouldn't matter whether it's an automatic, manual, Tetronic,
the new
no shifter.
The GTRs are all automatic. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. that I get it. Manual's fun. Manual's cool. Not knocking it. Manual is fun to drive. Automatic is the convenience of automatic. But you're not going to sit there and be like, this happens with Red all the time. I'll go to a show with Red. I'll park Red. Oh, man, E36. Dope as hell. Look inside. Oh, it's automatic. Burn it. I'm like, bro, what the fuck, man?
They kick you in the shins.
Then, the guy's like, yeah, it looks cool. It's like, it's really nice. But it's automatic. You're just like, I can't win with these mess of idiots.
No.
You can't. But, it's a little bit on the, I guess, the community in itself.
No, yeah, you got to be able
For
to
kind of
blame that.
putting that in as, like, quote-unquote mainstream when it shouldn't be.
I don't think that's community. I think that's how they're raised.
Oh, wow. You want to go into, like, families now?
You buy them books, you send them to school, and it still doesn't fucking help.
See what happens when you do drugs.
Sad world, man. Sad world.
It is.
Can't help anybody.
Hopefully we're getting better at it. But, yeah.
But I think that's another big fucking a point to distinguish whether somebody's really a car person. Do they give a damn what your setup is as far as how you drive your car?
That's a good one.
That's like a reverse kind of thing, right? Because like now I want to know, why do you care?
Yeah.
Look at the rest of the shit on the car. I have all the bells and whistles, and you're worried about whether it's a manual or an automatic.
Like I said, I'm always stumped by that one.
You want a manual? Look in the glove compartment. I got a manual for you.
It's one of those things that always leaves me stumped.
Actually,
Always.
hold on. My friend drives a pickup truck. Manny! Manuel! Over here. He wants you. I don't know what's going on.
Because, like I said, it's happened. It's happened. And what was one that happened? Okay, well, like the S10 guys.
Oh, Jesus.
Really big in the S10 world.
Okay.
Dropping the V8s. The LS1s, LS2s. They fit in our trucks. Okay, great. This guy gets likes. Yo, man, cool build. That's an awesome daily. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yo, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? Where'd you find that? And I tell him, listen, I found this on Facebook. I found this on eBay. Or this I made, blah, blah, blah. Then they go, so what's under the hood?
These nuts.
I was like, no, the 4.3. Why? Because she only has 150,000 miles and it's a 95. Like, why am I complaining? It's running, bro. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Oh, man. I thought that thing was LS swapped.
You hater.
I mean, if you want to get me the motor, bro, I'll gladly throw it in. But aside from that, go off. Like, what the hell?
But you see that do you call those real car people because they're kicking you in the
And
shins
to a
now?
certain degree, do you call those car people?
Are they there?
Because, I had a good conversation with them. They know their S10 stuff.
My my rebuttal question is, well, what do you drive?
But half the time, it makes you, the second they say that, you do feel like, be like, so I'm assuming your bumper's taped on?
No.
That question?
What do you, so, kid walks around my car, kicks, not kicks it, but like, he looks at it, he goes, all this and no
I was
Brembos?
saying, nigga, if somebody kicks your car, I'm like,
No, their mother's going to have to bury them.
man,
It'll be a
Santa's
sad
not
day.
real for you, sir.
Yeah. He points out that I don't have my big brake kit on it.
Oh, you did tell me this.
I bought it, but it's, not on yet because, of course, it's a pain in the ass and I haven't gotten around to it. It's cold outside, whatever.
That was the same day as Barbie.
Arrgh.
2 for 2 for you, bro.
Yo, my ADHD is real. Going back to that.
Big breaks. Okay.
I go, what do you drive? He looks at me with a serious fucking face. Nissan Leaf.
Oh, you're serious? Okay, I thought you were joking.
And I looked back at him. I was like, get away from my car. Get away from my car. Why? What? Walk the other fucking way. And his little friend's like, yo, is he serious? I'm like, go. I was angry. I was hot.
See,
They had to grab him. Jacob, come on, man. Leave him alone. I just said his name. Haha. I hope you're listening, Jacob. Bozo.
With a Nissan Leaf. Got it.
Yeah, right?
Hunt him down on Instagram. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I don't have much of a...
But that's my rebuttal. Or if they rag on whether it's stick or the motor's a DE.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, half of these quote unquote keyboard warriors, as I love to call them, the second they start ranting on your ride, like if you like start stalking, going to their page,
Oh, I've done that before.
you know, the quarter panel's gone because it's just a big gaping hole of rust, or all they have is like a lift, or all they have is like headlights and that's it, or tints, or a muffler. That is it, bro. But they are God's gift. Like, they are the Chip Fooses of the motherfucking internet that know better.
No. Leave Chip Foose out of this.
Listen, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he is.
And I like Chip Foose.
Maybe one day he'll do one of our cars.
Hopefully. That'll be great. But, you know, it's one of those things that, and that's the best example I can always give. They're the Chip Fooses of the internet because they know it all.
Why do we need Google? We got these
You don't
guys.
have Google. You have to fucking just go into like a Facebook group page and throw a picture of your car and just get, you know,
Roasted.
roasted to hell.
Look at H2OI.
Oh man, don't even get me. Yo, fuck, man.
There's a group chat.
If that group doesn't make you want to commit suicide, nothing will. Like,
Oh,
you are
man.
tough. You are good to go for the world. That's all I'm saying. Yo, to the point that all the motherfuckers were like, yo, all right, we're done roasting you. We're all gonna have a nice beer and we'll all hang out because you can take it. And I'm just like this, breathing into a garbage bag. I was just getting the noose ready. I was like throwing that shit in my room. I was like, I'm ready to leave a note because I'm over this shit. Fuck everyone here, bro. Yo, they go in, bro. They go in. That group is hard, bro. Hard.
Oh, man.
Oh my God. I'll never forget one of our friends, you know, going a little bit aside topic before we sign off. But
We're not signing off. We got time, baby.
was like, hey guys, you know, nice to meet you. She was a girl that used to hang out with us. Oh my God, what was that for?
What'd she post?
Oh, that chick said, I think she posted a picture, like her like doing the peace sign, but it was one of those little girly pictures, like, you know, poking the butt out.
Was the car
typical
there?
Girl shit, whatever. Not typical girl shit, but you know what I mean.
Well, was the car in the picture?
Yeah, there was like a car in the background.
And they killed it.
What the fuck was that about?
Tommy gun of insults. Bump, 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 bump.
That, it burnt her so. She got out of the group. She got out of the group, and then what was that for? That was worse. If you left the group, it was worse because they would go after you and message you. Like, it was horrible. It was one of those, you did it, suck it the fuck up, and pray to God it ends quickly. Because that group is horrible. Honest to God. You can't post anything. Like, even the dopest rides there have been roasted. Because you get some of these, like, cocky motherfuckers.
The
who
purists.
think they got the hottest cars. And they are really nice. I'm not even going to say no. They really are dope-ass rides. Hey, guys, you know, this is my ride. Maybe we can meet up. And, oh, my God, what is that about?
Nobody wants to meet you. Your mother should have swallowed
Exactly, bro. They go in so bad. So fucking bad. It is, that group is some other level shit.
you. Drive it off a cliff.
Like, literally, I'm in there just to see them roasting everyone because that's all they do. And I'm just in the sidelines, like, reading it. Because never again. Because we all did that not knowing. Like, a good group of us. Like, hey, what's up, guys? There's going to be, you know, this is my car. We're going to be over there, you know, blah, blah, blah location. Maybe we can meet up, take some pictures, hang out, blah, blah. What the fuck?
Killed you.
Like I said, I was getting the news ready. Because what was that about?
Samuel.
For real. I was like, nope, never again. Never fucking again. I'm staying in here, but I'm staying quiet. Never fucking learn my damn lesson. Nope.
The second you have an opinion, somebody tells you shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, they're bad, bro. They're bad. I'm telling you, they're bad. You, for shits and giggles, you're bored, get in there. And just read. You will shit yourself.
Back
How
to
bad.
topic.
Yes.
All right, so the quintessential car guy does have an opinion about most cars. We can establish
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Too many I don't knows, you start
Sadly.
veering away from it. You're not
Sadly.
so much of a car guy. If you can ask somebody 10 questions about their car and you get 6 I don't knows, either A, they're learning, or B, they're not really there for the car.
Which exactly, that's why you always got to leave the open mind to it. Because like I said, you do fall under they're in it because it's cool, the cool thing to do now.
Yeah.
Or they are in it because they genuinely have an interest in it and they want to learn more.
Good example.
But again, that's such a very thin line in the sand that it's hard to tell.
This kid buys a BRZ. I'm not talking about Jared, another kid.
Oh, he bought a BRZ? I didn't even know.
No, he had a BRZ for like a few months.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That was awesome, by the way. Similar build to his, actually. It's a gray BRZ, and the kid has a wide body on it. So, of course, I see him at the meal. I was like, wow, that's molded on. I walk over. How'd you do that? Hold on. Oh, that was a good burp. And I go, how'd you do that? And he looks at me. He goes, I don't know. That's how I got it. I said, oh, that's pretty cool. You bought a good car. How much you pay for it? He looks at me. He goes, like 22 grand. I'm like, oh, so like it must be a baby still. What's the mileage on it? 120,000. I'm like, oh, I see where this is going. So what's next for this car? I think I'm gonna leave it, but like outside the box. What would you do to it different? I said, if you had unlimited money, what are you doing to your car?
You ask anybody that question and forget about it.
They have
sit
a
there for
million.
like a day
Yeah.
and hear somebody's conversation with that. Let me guess. He didn't know?
You ready for this? He goes, maybe like change out the seats.
That's it.
I was like, you don't want more power? He goes, well, what can I put in there that makes more power? I don't know. Hold on. Pull up Google. These motherfuckers put a Ferrari motor in theirs. I mean...
And that's unlimited money, too.
Yeah.
Again, it falls under that very thin line. Are you learning? Because maybe you do get that small group that has the money, has the funds, unlimited. Don't have to worry about, start with a baby car and, work and get something else and blah, blah, blah. Boom, you can get a $20,000, $30,000 car. Used or not, but fully decked out.
But that's what I asked. So, hold on. I'm not done yet. My next question was, all right, well, why'd you buy the car if you really don't know much about it? Like, what made you want to do this? He goes, I thought it was cool. Although a good answer. Not a car guy answer.
No, it's not a car guy answer. That's just because, they saw one too many Fast and Furious movies and they think they're going to be flying out of fucking helicopters with crispy-ass tins.
Familia.
So, to the listeners, because I think this is a pretty good topic that I think a lot of people can chime in on.
Do you consider yourself
hopefully they do. I want to know what's going on. What do you consider...
Don't start asking the questions like we're wrapping it up. We're not done here.
How are we not the wrap? Are you kidding me? Oh, we have more?
Oh, dude, I can go forever on trying to pick up...
Let's do a part 2. Let's do a part 2 to this.
All right, yeah, we'll do the part 2.
That's what I'm saying. We got a part 2. So, like I said, chime in, c4lifestyle.show. Drop us a message, DM, text message, email, voice message. Usually a voice message because we'll play it back here at the show. So I think that'll be more fun. But whatever you guys, feel comfy in, what do you consider, a car guy when it comes to the talk or, what they do or what they have, what they drive, what they change, what they mod? What is your definition on what, quote unquote, the car guy is? Car girl.
Where do you draw that line in the sand and say, this is my boy, he's just learning, or he knows nothing about cars, but
where do you draw that line in the sand that this guy's learning? Yeah, you can keep up a good conversation, or this guy's just straight up about the hype, about the Instagram likes.
that shit kills me.
So, like I said, chime in. Love to know. For our Spotify listeners, I will have the poll up because I've been able to do a poll for all the Spotify guys and girls. And the last episode of the buying somebody's other build.
Oh, yeah.
92% said they would not touch that shit, not even if it was free.
92%.
92%. And the remaining said yes. Insane. I was not expecting that, actually. I was not. I thought it was going to be a little bit more 40-60, 50-50. I was expecting something like that.
20-80?
Yeah, no, I was expecting but literally 92% was like, hell no. I will not buy somebody else's project. Which gives me hope in the car community.
I love that.
To a certain degree, it does. It does give me hope. That 8%, I'm not knocking you.
But you're in it for the clout, you fool.
Fucking cheating.
No, I'm kidding. We watch you. Keep on
quarter.
listening.
So, yes, for our Spotify owners and users, better said, I will have the poll up on what you guys consider car people. So you can chime in with that. And everybody else, like I said, chime in, drop us a message, and we'll take it from there. until next time, thank you for listening, everybody. Catch us on the gram and every other social account that we have, even Snuff's OnlyFans page for his toe pics. And yeah, keep it custom, my friends, because life's way too short to stay stuck.
Later.